I can't even process the thought of like living my life without her. This is why I relate to GH so much. He can't really comprehend a life like without her. We're gonna try something new. I'm freaking tired, y'all, so I got my glasses on. I don't feel like fooling with those contacts, so we're gonna be using natural light. But it's crazy how you can rewatch something and that second or third watch, you actually start to see it in a different way. Like you actually start to see stuff you didn't see the first time for some reason. So this is one of those movies for me. So the first watch, I hated it, but when I watched it the second time, I connected to the characters on an emotional level. Because the first watch, it's a lot of mystery there. We don't know what's going on. Like we're figuring out what's going on as we watch it. If you watch it again without that mystery, you see a lot. So it's like going through a house and opening doors. When you first go into the house and all the doors are shut, it's a mystery there. But once you open the doors and see, okay, that's that, and you can actually go and look at more detail in each room. So this is how I felt about the second watch. Let's do a quick roll call real quick. So we got Amanda, played by Julia Roberts. We got George, AKA GH, played by Mahershala Ali. And Mahershala Ali is the reason I'm watching this movie, because I'm in Blade mode. I don't know when the Blade movie is coming, but I'm in Blade mode. Clay, played by Ethan Hawkins. Ruth, played by Myha'la, I believe her name is pronounced. The whole time I was watching this, I was trying to figure out where did I see this girl from? And it's from Black Mirror. Farrah? Pretty sure I messed up her name. Sorry if I did, but Farrah Mackenzie, she plays Rose, and then we got Charlie Evans playing Archie. And I guess we gotta mention Kevin Bacon playing Danny for, what, he was in what, 2 scenes? Yeah, 2 scenes. The characters that I'm gonna focus on in this video is Amanda, GH, and Ruth. Cause the other characters, it's not much there. I try my best to see, like I watched this movie freaking 3 times. So we got a horny teenager with Archie, and then with Rose, we got kind of like a side story to kind of distract us from the main story. I don't know if it's a takeaway there or if it's just sad that her parents shows her so less attention that she has to kind of live her life through this TV series.
I care about them.
Maybe you shouldn't.
It kind of paints the picture that her reality is so dull or so unsatisfying that she needs this show. Maybe that's the takeaway. Maybe that's like a message to parents that we need to make our, not even make our kids put the phone down or whatever, but just actually show our kids some attention, talk to them so they won't get invested in something that doesn't have any benefits to it. And Clay is just a freaking hopeless man. He just seems like he's following behind Amanda the whole movie. Now I'm gonna work my way from Amanda to Ruth and then to my favorite character, George, GH. So Amanda, I didn't know what to feel about her at first. At first, I guess the movie is supposed to make her feel racist or look racist. So at first I was trying not to play that black card. I was like, okay, I'm rooting for you, Amanda. Please don't give me a reason to say you're racist, but she actually did.
No, I remember the name. This is your house? So, okay, look, I'm sorry. I don't feel comfortable staying in a house with people I don't know.
But I wouldn't say her as a character, she has a problem with black people and black people only. She just seems like she voiced it in the beginning. She just has a problem with people in general. And the Scots just so happened to be black. This movie did a great job of kind of, like we sided more with Amanda than we sided with GH. I love the way they did it because they, like if you watch it the second time, you'll see, okay, everything he said matches the truth. But that first watch, we don't know anything about them. Like for me, I thought like the furthest thing from the truth when it came to GH and Ruth. I was thinking like there's some type of secret agents or like master thieves or something like that. And I'm pretty sure Amanda was having like similar thoughts. And a quick fun fact before I forget to mention, Sam Esmail, the director of this film, and I guess you can say like the co-writer, since it was based on the book. I mostly know Sam from the series Mr. Robot. I was a big fan of Mr. Robot when it aired, so I appreciated the connection. For you Mr. Robot fans, I got something for you. If you go back to the computer, you'll see there's a letter E there. You Mr. Robot fans know where I'm going with this. The E stands for E Corp. E Corp was like a big tech company in Mr. Robot. So when I watched this the third time and noticed that, I was like, oh, so it kind of makes the film makes more sense when it comes to the hacker stuff, because if you didn't know, Mr. Robot is like heavily influenced by hackers. It seems like this film is in a Mr. Robot's universe. All right, but getting back on our girl, Amanda. Unlike Clay, Amanda, she was on to something. Maybe she didn't approach it the right way. Maybe she didn't, like, she chose her words poorly, but she was on to something by not trusting the Scotts, like she said, when they first walked through the door, because technically they were hiding something. It's not what she thought, but she was definitely on the right track.
We shouldn't speculate.
Stop saying that. I just want you to fucking tell me what you're thinking. The satellite phone not working, and then that noise, and then what? What happens next in that sequence?
Everything I know, I have told you.
I don't believe you.
That still doesn't like excuse her behavior at all, because even if the Scotts was like up front, I feel like she still would have tried to find a way to get them out their own house and everything. And when it comes to Ruth is kind of like she's 1 foot in with Rose, Archie, and Clay, and then 1 foot out with GH and Amanda. I say that because everything we can get from her as a character, it doesn't exist without GH and Amanda. I'm trying to think back to make sure I'm not lying, but every single scene that she in, she's always paired with someone. She was either paired with GH, Clay, or Amanda. I'm pretty sure behind the scenes there's more to her character, but in this film alone, like from what we saw, is nothing else besides her relationship with GH and her like headbutting with Amanda. When it comes to her and GH, I'm so happy they made this change, but in the book, I believe GH originally came with his wife. He didn't come with his older daughter, he came with his wife. But I'm happy they made this switch, because I feel like it made the movie more enjoyable, and it actually related to me as a father of daughters a lot more. Something I have to praise this film for, when it comes to a father and daughter relationship, we always see like a younger daughter, like a father and a teenage daughter, or a father and a toddler a toddler daughter, but we never saw a father and a young adult daughter. Like it's something that only a father can understand. I feel like when my daughters are in their 20s and their 30s and I'm an older guy, God willing, I feel like they wouldn't mind cooking for me. They wouldn't mind like cleaning for me. And if I'm doing something I'm not supposed to be doing, I'm pretty sure they're going to set me straight the same way Ruth set GH straight. Now, when it comes to Ruth and Amanda, their on-screen chemistry came from that whole motherhood thing. It's a lot of scenes where we can slowly see like them inching closer to each other.
If it's okay with you, I would like to keep what's going on between the adults. The kids like the pool. I'm just going to encourage them to do that until we know more. Archie, why don't you go get changed?
Rose, maybe you should too.
That's a good idea. Why don't you go cuddle up in Mommy's bed and read that book Dad got you?
I don't want to jump the gun, because I've been waiting purposely to bring up the wife, because that's more on the GH side, but it's clear that the wife may not be living, and Ruth has, like she said, my mother isn't here at the moment I need her the most. So Amanda, she takes that role of a mother for Ruth. And I don't want to jump the gun again and talk about the ending, because the ending is a whole different topic itself. But it kind of paints a picture that in the future of this film, like using our imaginations, that Ruth and Amanda are going to have more of that mother and daughter experience. All right. Getting to my boy GH. And this is the biggest takeaway that I got. At first, you don't know what to think about him, because he seems like he's he's holding a lot back for whatever reason. Besides one scene, we don't see much emotion from him. But if you read in between the lines, there's so much emotion in his character. So again, like a lot in the first watch, just went over my head. But you can see that he's checking text messages that he sent to his wife, and it seems like she hasn't responded in at least 2 or 3 days. And he even makes an attempt, even though he knows there's no way that he can make a connection to his wife. He still attempts to send his text message to his wife. And this shows us as the viewers that it's something here. He's trying to do the impossible to contact his wife. That's like, it's something there that we have to like dig up. You can rewatch it if you want to, but I'm gonna go ahead and spoil what that is that we had to dig up. He's in denial. Now, I don't know if all of you guys watching are married or not, but I can tell you, as a happily married man that loves his wife like crazy, like, I don't know, man. It's like, I can't even process the thought of like living my life without her. So this is why I relate to GH so much. Because I think in denial is not even the right word. I think like you can't explain what he's feeling in a word. I guess if you can explain it in a phrase, it's just what I just said. He can't really comprehend a life like without her. It's like if I try to think about that like with myself in reality, I feel like my mind like blots the ideas out with something else that's more positive. So we see him being a peacemaker. We see him trying to almost convince himself that everything's going to be okay. He even said it himself, he restrained certain information because he didn't want to accept the reality. And with this in mind, the scene with him and Amanda dancing together and slow dancing together when she said, you know, we're married, we're drunk, it takes that moment and makes it seem so freaking innocent. At first, you may think, I guess, all our heads went there at first, like they're about to cheat on their spouses with each other. The reason I say it makes it seem so innocent, because this is like the first moment we see GH break down. At first, I was watching, I was like, okay, Mahershala Ali, this is your chance to just like bawl out crying and stuff like that. But the fact that he kind of just shed 2 singular tears and stopped it, it says so much more about the character. So it says that he had a moment of weakness, but he kind of like quickly brought himself back to reality. It's okay, we gotta tough this out, Amanda, we gotta accept the reality. So like for this reason, I guess I could say I enjoyed Mahershala Ali's performance as GH way more than I enjoyed the movie itself. Because when you look at the movie itself, it's mostly about, I don't know, I guess it's like a jab at America. It's saying that we're so unorganized and like going at each other so much that someone from the outside can easily just bring our world down in 3 simple steps, like GH said. We got to talk about this ending. So everyone made it to the bunker at that house. We saw Rose make it there, and Clay and GH, they were on the way there, and Amanda and Ruth, they were right, like they can actually see the house. So it's clear that at some point, all of them are going to make it to the house, and then they're going to get inside the bunker. But what happens next is what we have to kind of play around with. If they made a sequel to this, I feel like they're going to be more like a Brady Bunch type family, meaning their race doesn't matter, their personalities doesn't matter. Throughout this whole movie, all of them kind of bonded closer to each other. The only bad apple of the group would probably be Archie, because he's a horny teenager, he has no teeth, and he's there with like a attractive young girl, so I feel like they probably gonna have to kill